I am in connection with my inner core being. There is no conflict or confusion or doubt because there is this inner knowing that I am safe and the universe is going to always work in my favor. Good things are on my way. From today, from now, whatever is going to happen in my life will be good and beneficial. So, with this deep faith, and confidence, I just move on. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Hello, welcome everyone to the fifth session of Python programming. Yeah, hi, nice to see everyone here. Hope everyone is doing fine. Okay, so let's start the session. It was a very nice meditation, and the purpose of starting the session with the meditation is that we are just preparing for the whole class so that we can concentrate easily without any distraction. So that's the purpose of the meditation. Now, in the last session, it was taken by Dr. Mukesh. So I was not present because I was engaged with some important activity. So Dr. Mukesh had taken the session. We will just go through a little bit of revision what I taught in the previous session and what Dr. Mukesh taught. So previously, we studied about how to find type of a variable in Python using the type function. Is my voice audible? Everyone can hear me properly? Yes, very good. Yeah. So we studied about type function. Using the type function, we can find data type of a variable. And then we also studied about typecasting. Can someone tell me what is typecasting? They can just write, just a small sentence in the chat box. Yes, just converting one data type into another data type. The conversion of one data type into other data type is known as typecasting in Python. We studied about two types of typecasting. First one, explicit typecasting, and second one, implicit typecasting. What is explicit? Explicit typecasting is done by the user manually. The developer or the programmer is doing the typecasting. And the implicit one, it is done by the Python interpreter. It is done automatically by the interpreter. Perfect. Very good. And then we also studied about file handling. Dr. Mukesh taught us about file handling in Python. So we can just access different files in Python. So you have the read, append, write, and create. So there are different functions in file handling. You can open a file. You can just write something into a file. You can append something in the file. So these are the different things in file handling, and also about try and except, which is exception handling in Python. Okay, so the try block lets you test a block of code for errors. If there are some errors, how you can how you can handle your errors in Python using the try and except. Perfect. That was just a quick revision, and we will just move forward with today's session. So let's see what we are going to learn today. Let me just share my screen here. Hmm. Okay, we studied about strings also. So in Python, anything that you enclose between single or double quotation mark is considered as a string. We saw this thing. What exactly is a string in Python? Also, we studied about multiple line string. If you just want to write multiple lines, you are going to use a triple double quotes or triple single quotes. And if you just want to access a character from a string, you are just going to mention the index, the particular index. And indexing in Python always starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Like the normal way, it starts from 1, but in programming, it starts from 0. Okay, perfect. Let's do some coding now. Let me share my Replit. So say for example, if I have a string which has a double quotes, let me just create a string. So I'm just going to write there within double quotes. Okay. Now inside that, again, I just want to put some double quotes and want to say something. Okay. Okay, let's see the output. So say for example, if my string has a double quotes inside it. So I've just put how are you inside double quotes. So let's see what is the output. So you are going to get a syntax error. There will be an error in this case. So how I'm going to do, I'll just put single quotes. Instead of double quotes, I'm going to put single quotes. So you see, within the single quotes, I have a string which has a double quotes. Let's run the code. So you can see, hi, welcome everyone, how are you? So this how are you is within double quotes. So if I just want to print a string in this manner, which has a double quotes inside it, I will have to use a single quotes, not double quotes. Hope that doesn't sound confusing. Outside, you have to use single quotes if your string has a double quote. Make sense? Yes, no? Ah, perfect. Very good. So that's pretty clear. Very nice. Now we will do some assignment, the assignment which was given in the session. We will just write the code for that. So if you remember, the assignment was basically to write a program to print factorial of a number and swap two numbers. These was the two assignment which was given. Okay, so we will quickly write. It won't take much time. For the factorial, I'm going to write the program. So first of all, like we studied about the while loop in the previous session, I am going to take a number from the user using the input function. So x equals to int input enter a number, and I just want to print that number first. Print x. Okay. Now, what exactly is factorial? Factorial, everyone knows, right? Someone was asking what is factorial. So I will quickly explain what is a factorial. Just a moment. So say for example, if you want to find 5 factorial, okay, how you will find it? So from 5 till 1, you have to just multiply all the numbers. So it will start in this way: 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. You have to just multiply all the numbers, and that is the factorial of a number. If it is 6 factorial, you just have to add 6 there. 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. You have to just multiply all the numbers. That gives you the factorial of a number. Okay, so we just want to write a program for this one. So let's see how we can do this. Inside this, like I taught in the last session, we are going to use a loop. A loop will be required. So I'm just going to use a while loop here. While. And I'm just going to give a condition here. while x greater than 0. When this condition is satisfied, I want to run my loop. Also, I'll just have to give a small semicolon there, or else it is going to throw error. While x greater than 0, I'm just going to write, I'm going to create another variable called z, which is going to do the multiplication. So z equals to z into x. It will just multiply all the numbers and it will give me the result. And also, I just want to do the increment. See what's happening. It's, say for example, the user is going to enter 5. So it is going to decrease by one value. You want to make it in this way, 5 into 4. So one value is decreasing. Then into 3, into 2, into 1. So every iteration, one value is decreasing. So I'm just going to do the decrement. Decrement of x. So simply I'll just write here x equals to x minus 1. It will do the decrement. Okay, perfect. And then let's print the result on the screen. The factorial of the number is I'll just have to put that within double quotes. Z. Okay, let's see the output. Okay, enter a number. I'll just enter 5 there. Error, name error. Z is not defined. Okay, Z is not defined. Obviously, because here I have directly given Z equals to Z into X. I have not defined Z. What is the initial value of Z? That I have to define. So before the loop, I'm just going to put Z equals to 1. The initial value of Z is 1. Let's run the code. Let me enter 5 here. So the factorial of number is 120. So that is the output. That is the factorial of a number. If you just give some other number, say for example 10, so the factorial is this thing. Pretty clear? You have to just use this logic, this condition, x greater than 0 and z equals to z into x. This is for multiplication and this is the decrement. That is the program for the factorial. Is it making sense? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, okay. Perfect, very good. If someone is already, studied Python a lot, for him, it will be like, okay, he must be knowing this. But if someone is very new, they have started fresh, so they should really understand the concept, then only we can move forward. And even if you know it, that's fine. It's not a problem.
Can it try with 1 factorial? Because x equal to 1, 1 minus 1, 0. Can it show the result?
Yeah. You want to put the input as 1?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely you'll get 1 only. No? What is 1 factorial? 1.
No, I
Pretty
was just
obvious.
thinking x equal to 1. So x equal to x minus 1, it gives 0. Then z is equal to z into x. It should be giving was thinking on those lines.
No, you'll get 1 factorial as 1. Okay. Yeah. Now, next we will just write the program for swapping the two numbers. So let's proceed. Some of the things you can also try in your code, just try to do some experiment. So a lot of thing depends upon your side also. Just try to experiment, make some changes, change the variable, try to change the condition, and let's see what is the output you are getting. Okay, so now for swapping two numbers, so we will quickly, so first of all, I just want to print two numbers on the screen. Enter the first number. Then enter the second number. I'll just write. I have to give input there, int input. Or I can simply write in this way also. See, there is another way of writing the code, I'm going to create a variable called num1 here, num1. And I'll just write input function. Just a slight difference. Instead of creating a variable and then just putting int input, you can do in this manner also. So this is how we have to just experiment. It's like, you want to go to a destination and there are different paths to reach that destination. Someone might take a shortcut. Someone might take 10 minutes to reach there. There is a path which takes 10 minutes. Someone just want to, after the dinner, he wants to have some walk. He wants to do some walking. He'll just take the half an hour path. He'll just take the path where it takes half an hour to reach the destination. And at some other day when you are really in a hurry, you'll just take the 5 minutes one. So that is the, that is the way of writing the code also. Now in the second one, what I'm going to do, num2 input. Okay, I'll just print the first number. First I'm going to print it, the first number before swapping and the second number before swapping. I'll just put the variable there. And second number before swapping. Num2. Now, what is the logic of this program? Like we can understand the logic of factorial program was this, that's basically the heart of the program. If you don't write that code, it is not going to work. The logic of this program, I will just explain, is that we are going to create a temporary variable. We will create a temporary variable. Like as of now, we have num1, that is the first variable. Num2 is the second variable. We will create another variable and I'm just going to name it as temp. It stands for temporary variable. So in short, I'll just write it as TEMP. That's pretty clear. Okay. Now I will take the num1 and I will put it inside the temporary variable. The content of the num1 will be assigned to the temporary variable. So temp equals to num1. All right. Now num1 is empty because I just took the value from num1 and put it inside the temp. Num1 is empty. Inside the num1, I will put the num2 value. So num1 equals to num2. Okay, now my num2 is empty. Please try to focus here. Please don't get confused. It is very simple. We are just exchanging the values. Num2 is empty now. Inside num2, we will put the value of temporary variable. Num2 equals to 10. Okay. We have just exchanged the value now. That's called swapping. After swapping, we want to print the value on the screen. First number after swapping. And second number after swapping. All right, let's run the code. So enter the first number. I'll just write it as 4. Enter the second number, 5. Okay, so first number before swapping 4, second number before swapping 5, first number after swapping is 5, and second number after swapping is 4. Okay, so this is how we have to swap the two numbers. Able to follow? Yes, no? Please, you can just write in the chat box. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Very good, very good. You can take few minutes and you can just write the code. No need to hurry. Just take some seconds and you can quickly write the code. Okay, perfect. We will move forward now. We just want to do some operations on the string. So I'll just quickly share my screen in few seconds and then we will start. Okay. Let me comment this out. So first, some operations on the string. We studied about the string. Now we are just going to learn some operations on the string. So first operation is the concatenation operation. How to do the concatenation? So we have less time, so we will just go a little bit faster. Please try to manage with my pace. So I'm just going to run type first name. Okay, first name equals to, I will just write Ram there, and I'll just write second last name equals to Singh. Now I just want to do the concatenation, so I'll just write full name equals to the first name plus, I just want to give a space there, and last name. Okay, let me just remove this. and then print full name. So it gives me last name, full name. Okay, it is just going to concatenate the strings together, and it will just give the full name. First name and the last name will give you the full name. So this is the concatenation operation, where you are just going to use the plus symbol. It will just concatenate two strings together. Okay, like that, there are some operations we will go through quickly. Then second operation is repetition. So what happens in the repetition? It is just going to repeat the string. So I'm just going to make changes here. So, or I'll just, copy it so that you can understand in a better way. So Ram and Singh is there. Now full name, I'll just make some changes here. First name, asterisk 3. Let's print the output. So it gives me Ram, Ram, Ram. It is going to give me Ram 3 times because I've just given first name into 3. Okay, so this is called repetition. It creates new string concatenating multiple copies of the same string. If I just write 4 here, 4 times it will print. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, next one you have slice. Slice we have already studied in the last session. What is slicing? Just taking out a part of a string. So I'll just have the same code I'll take, and I'll, instead of this, I'll just write print. Okay, full name I don't have to keep it. I'll just write full name. I've mentioned the index 1. And last name 0. Let's see the output. So it gives me A. From so it just gives me A and S. First name you can see 0 and 1. It will give A, and then last name 0, which will give you S. So this is slicing. Slice. Okay. After the slice, you have range slice. That means you just want to take out a range from a string. So instead of 1, I'll just mention one more value, 0:2. And here in the last name, I will mention 0:3. Let's see the output. So it gives me Ra and Singh. 0 to 2 will just give you R and A. So like we had studied, the second value is always n minus 1. So it will be 2 minus 1, that is till one index it will be printed. So 0 and 1, which is RA, will be printed. Similarly for Singh, from the Singh, SIN has been taken out. So first value is 0, second value is ending index is 3. Starting index is 0 and the ending index is 3. Okay, this is range slice. Then membership. Another one is membership. I'll just change that. Please hope you are just writing parallelly with me. Are you writing? Are you writing the code? Is everyone writing the code? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you just have to see, you have to just copy this thing and you have to go for the next operation. That's it. And you have to just make some changes. So this is just going to increase your confidence. Like, if you just write some code and you see, okay, you have written these many lines. So it is just going to boost your confidence. Okay, you have written some good code and it will just motivate you. Okay, so that is the purpose. Now, next one is membership. Membership operation. What we are going to do in membership operation, let me just remove the indexes there. We don't need the indexes. I just need that first name or last name. Okay, last name is fine. I'm just going to check if the character S is there in the last name. So I'll put a single quote. Let me just put a single quote S in last name. So I'm just checking, is the character S is present in last name? Okay. Now, second one. Is the character U present in last name? Okay, that was my mistake. We are going to check if S is present in first name. Okay. And in the last name, we are just going to check if U is in first name. U in. So we will just use the in keyword in first name. Let's run. So false, false. It gives false. S in first name. First name S is not there. So it gives you false. U in last name. In the last name, U is not there. So it gives false. Okay. Now in last name, if I just change S, is S in last name and then U in first. So it gives false. U is not there in first name. It is RAM, Ram. U is not there in first name. So it will give you false. Then S in last name is Singh, SINGH. Yes, it is there, S in last name, so it gives true. Hope everyone is focusing here and listening carefully, not doing something parallelly in the meeting and just doing something parallelly. So I hope everyone is focusing. So membership, two membership are there. We are just checking in and not in. The second one is not in. So instead of in, I'm going to put not in. Okay, same thing for the second one. I'll just write this as okay, S and then U. U not in first name. What will be the output? Can somebody just write? What will be the output? True? True? For both you have to say. There will be two. True and false. Okay. Correct. So that is true and false. Perfect. Very good. Very good. So this is membership. In membership, you have two, in and not in. The previous one was range slice. Before that, it was slice. Before that, it was repetition. And before that, it was concatenation. Okay, so this is some of the operations. Now we have some more time. We will go through string methods. Please, everyone can write the code. Just go through this. Take few seconds and write the code. Okay, good.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
In the line 40, in the line the 42, we have seen that from 0 to 2. But actually the indexing of Python starts from 0. So it should be 0, 1, 2. So it should have been printed RAM instead of RA.
So 0 is R is 0 here, right?
Yeah. So A is 1 and 2 is M.
No, 2 is n minus 1.
Oh,
Here the second value will be n minus 1.
I understood. Thank you, sir.
Good. Very nice question. So the second value will be always n minus 1. So if it is 2 here, it will be 2 minus 1. That means it will go till one index. That is a rule we have to follow. Okay, perfect. Let's go to some string methods. Okay, string methods. Now this is also interesting. Like string operations, we have string methods. So I'll just comment all this out. And we will write the code. Just a moment. Let me just okay, it's fine now. So I'm going to create a string. See, everything is about string operations, string methods. So obviously you need a string, first of all, then only we can do some operation, right? First we need the patient, then only the doctor can do the operation. Without the patient, how the doctor will perform? So we need a string. So I'm going to create a string here, a equals to. Let me just write some string. Okay, so I'll just write. Okay, funding. Now we just want to perform some operations here. Let me just first of all print the length of this string. So I will just write a. First of all, print len of a. Okay. So it gives me 6. That is the length of this string. All right. Then I just want to do some methods. So, let me just change this into a small one. So first of all, what I want to do, there is a method called upper method. We will go through a few methods quickly. So first, upper method. What what does the upper method do? It will just convert your string, all the characters will be converted into uppercase. Right now, all the characters are in small case. We just want to change it into uppercase. So I will write, I'll just use the print here. Instead of len of a, I'm just going to delete that. I will write a dot. I have to first mention the variable, which is a dot upper, and I just put the closing brackets there. So this has been converted. Fun day has been converted, all of them into uppercase. Okay, so this is the upper method. Now, lower. If you just want to change this into a lower one, so you can see the good has been converted into small good. This will convert your string into lowercase. All right. Next one, if you just want to take out some part. So say for example, I will just write here, I'm just going to put some exclamation marks. That is the exclamation marks I have given. So what the exclamation? I just want to remove that exclamation marks. So there is a method called rstrip. I'll just put a dot rstrip. Let's run. Okay, so it is just giving me the exclamation marks. Now I want to remove this. So rstrip, and then I have to mention that particular character. So I will just write here exclamation marks. Let's see. Okay, syntax error is there. I have to just mention this within double quotes. Let's run. So you can see in the third one, fun day is good, exclamation marks is not there. So I have just removed it using the rstrip method. Okay, so the rstrip removes any trailing character. What is a trailing character? Any character after the string is called a trailing character. What if I have the exclamation marks before fun day is good? Let's see the output now. So I will have that one. Before the string, the exclamation marks will be shown. But rstrip will just remove the trailing characters. That means whatever the character is after the string, it will be removing. Rstrip. So after the good, you can see there is no exclamation marks here. Okay, now next method. So far upper method, lower method, and rstrip method. Next, the replace method. We just want to study the replace one. So I will just write there a dot replace. I just want to, oh, okay, something happened here. It's just a moment. the language has been changed. I'm just changing back to English. It should be fine now. Yeah. Okay. So instead of R strip, I'll just write replace. I want to replace good. So I'll just write good there with best. Let's see. So you can see Funday is best. It is just showing me that output. So instead of good, I've just written best there. So I will use the replace method, and then I'll just mention the string with which I want to replace. And I want to, in the second one, by giving a comma, I want to mention the second string, the updated string. So that's how you can just replace a particular word in your string. Perfect. After this, we are just going to learn about the split method. What does the split method do? Let's see. I will just remove this one. Instead of replace, I'll write split. And I want to mention the double quotes. That should be within smaller. Yeah, small pieces. Syntax error was never closed. So I will just put this on. Value error, empty separator. So let me just give one more space there. Now what it is doing, see, it is just going to recognize the empty space. I've just given an empty space. That means from this particular instance, I want to split the string. So eventually it will split the string and it is going to give you a list. Okay. Now what is this new thing? Who is this new guy in the class? We have not studied about this thing. Something within square brackets and there's something written within comma. Okay, so we will know about this thing in the next session. So there is something called list, which we will study in the coming class. What the split function is going to do? It will just split your string and convert into a list. So you can see a list here, in which every element is separated by a comma and it is enclosed within square brackets. Okay, that is clear. Very good. So I think we are almost done, and that's all. We will stop here. Just a quick revision. We will go through everything we have studied today. We studied about the factorial program and also how to swap two numbers together. And then we studied about some of the operations on the string, which is the concatenation, and then repetition, slice, range slice, membership. In membership, there are two, in and not in. Then we studied some of the methods in string. The upper method, it is going to convert your string into uppercase. The lower method, the R strip, replace method, and the split method. Okay, perfect. Now, what is the assignment? We are done for today, guys. And assignment, you have to just write a program to print the Fibonacci series on the screen, Fibonacci series. And second one, to find if a number is prime or not. Okay, Fibonacci series, print the Fibonacci series on the screen and to find if a number is prime or not. To program. All right, perfect. So we will stop here. I hope it is clear, and please write the code and keep practicing. We have a gap of 1 week, and we have to just, we are just meeting 1 or 1.5 hours in a week, and the rest of the time is with you. So you have to just explore. Like Dr. Mukesh in the last session, he told about W3 schools. It's a very beautiful website. You can go and explore all the concepts. Just keep studying and give more time on a regular basis. Like every day, half an hour is enough to start with. Don't load yourself with too much concepts. Just start small. Give 15 minutes every day. Slowly increase it up to half an hour. Eventually, it will increase your interest in the programming language. And believe me, Python is very easy and it is very interesting. You'll enjoy the journey forward. There are so many interesting things which we have to learn. It will be a very beautiful journey. So stay with us and keep on meditating, keep on practicing. We are just going to wrap up the session and we will move forward with the meditation now. So thank you so much. Have a great week. Yeah, thank you. Just stay online. There will be a meditation which will happen.
Om Shanti. So thank you, Anurag Bhai, for such a learning session. Everybody has benefited from this. So let us again sit for a while and do meditation. I just sit straight with my back straight. Breathe in deeply. As you breathe in, the positive energy from the universe force is entering into my being. I am a blessed soul. All the angels who are there are helping me to achieve my goal. I have the good wishes from everyone. My relation with other fellow human beings, other creatures, and nature is in harmony. I give them happiness and it gives me back happiness. The exchange of energy with everything is positive. I give love and I receive love. I'm conscious and aware that my thoughts, words, and actions do not cause disturbance. I am a benevolent being, giving happiness, staying calm. I am in harmony with nature. I am disciplined and organized. I don't need to rush for anything because I have a lot of time. My inner being has a lot of space, so I can be patient and do everything with ease. Slowly, as I slow down, I save my energy. I remain free from waste and negative thinking. I'm happy as I am. I accept myself unconditionally. This is the love for the self. And as I create this inner harmony, I see everything outside is also in favor. I don't feel threatened or insecure with anything because everything is going to bring benefit. All creatures are good. Everything is good. I am also good. So there's no need to worry. I enjoy being myself at peace, that inner calm when I'm one with myself. I spread the vibrations of peace all around. Om Shanti.